And if you're new to the channel, my name is Aaron Apter. I'm a working musician based out of Nashville, Tennessee. And what I do is I really just document the whole transition to living, playing, working in Nashville, and kind of like my ascent up the ladder and what my life and career is like as a musician starting over again in the middle of his life. And this week I am on the road. So I am, as you can see, I'm in the middle of an airport right now. Um, I think I'm in Amarillo, Texas today. Just played a big event last night at a horse sanctuary. Um, and yeah, right now I'm just kind of like flying by the seat of my pants. um, I'm gonna fly back to Nashville for a day or so. And then it looks like I'm heading out to the West Coast next weekend, or next week to play, I think probably about like 5 or 6 dates. But I still need to kind of shore up all those. Um, and yeah, I've been playing pretty steadily in Nashville, um, and trying to broad the joys of doing a YouTube live video from an airport. So, so what I'm trying to do here today is I'm just documenting what life on the road is like. I'm yeah, I really like to do my weekly live chats here with my audience, and I do this on a regular basis. And doing this regularly at 3:30 every Sunday is really important to me because and I have no idea if people can even hear me right now, but doing the live chats at 3:30 on Sundays, doing it on a regular basis is really important for me, so I can kind of develop an audience and let them know that like I'm always here and I just want to check in with like where I'm at and what's going on. I want to be able to answer questions about what life is like as a touring musician. So if you have any questions right now, please drop it in the comments. I really don't know if anybody is watching right now because I can't really see because of my phone. But yeah, what I really like to do is like talk about touring as a musician, working as a musician. And a big part of my job as a musician is not music. It's about relationships. It's about going to airports. It's about managing logistics. It's about figuring out which gigs I want to take, which gigs I don't want to take, how to get to that next gig, how to, yeah, like where do I want to spend my time investing my energy into. And I'm really thinking actually about like taking about a week or two off from playing just so I can get like the rest of my life in order, like buying a new car, um, getting new content up for YouTube, um, just even like updating my musical equipment insurance. But things like that, it's when you're working, yeah, Justin Life is just one big, yeah, I totally get that. Hey Dan, thanks for joining us from Utah. So yeah, I'm just really right now. It's like I am just what I like to call about like drinking from the fire hose of life. I'm going to try to knock out some work on the plane. I'm going to try to edit some videos because I've been just like living on the road and things have been like crazy. And I have so many different like experiences I want to share. And I've been videoing all of them, but it's really just, man, it's a lot of work just wrangling all those things together. Um, And I just got a new computer, which is something I was really looking forward to doing to editing video. And I haven't even had time to set it up because I've just been traveling, I've been playing, I've been learning new material. I'm playing with a bunch of yeah, new bands. And yeah, just in musical equipment insurance, yeah, absolutely. And I'm gonna make a video about that. But if you're a musician,
Attention the airport. Will Philip Dominguez return to security
so
checkpoint? Philip Dominguez.
and you can, yeah. So if you are a musician, you absolutely should have musical equipment insurance, and I'm gonna do a video about that. But so I'm traveling right now. What happens like if my gear gets lost, if it gets destroyed, if it gets rained on? And every gig's gonna be a little bit different, but like I have like several $100,000 worth of gear that I own. And what if that all like disappeared or burned down in fire? I would have to start over again from scratch. So what I do is like I catalog and I document everything I have and I submit that to my insurance and I go with Music Pro. And that takes a lot of time and effort and work to do. But it's something a lot of musicians don't think about. Yeah, so having like all your equipment insured, totally important. And so I also like insure like, so right, I just went through TSA, and TSA I think probably broke my interface that I used to record some audio with, and I think they may have broken my mixer that I use in my submix case. So I think they probably did like about $600 worth of damage right now, probably about 30 minutes ago. And you can see I'm not sweating it because I have insurance, and I'm gonna have to go through and submit all those claims, and that's gonna be a pain in the ass, but that's part of life. And really, like, when you are a musician, a traveling musician, like, you're a business as well, and you kind of have to think about yourself as a business. Like, and all businesses have like backup plans. They all have insurance. They all they have accountants. And so that's another thing I'm doing this week is like I'm getting together with my accountants. Gonna talk about taxes coming up. Gonna talk about like budget, because as things, like, again, like when you're a musician, like you are a business as well, and this is all I do. So I have to submit taxes. I have to like kind of budget for myself. I also have to like do things like buy a new car, and you know what isn't tracked doesn't get measured. And then like I find like a lot of musicians just simply just with their money, they just spend it as it comes in, and they don't really budget, and they don't really try to forecast what they're going to be making. And a lot of people are just flying blind. They're just like, what I say, like putting it together, like putting the car together as you're driving down the road. And sometimes that's what you got to do. And for me, that's what I've done most of my life. But now as like I'm entering this next phase of my career where I'm working consistently, and I'm having to kind of select which gigs I take and which gigs I say no to, because really I've worked long and hard enough that I can build up my network, that I can be a little bit more selective with the work I'm taking, and I'm also getting a lot more work. And so what that means, like, I got to do some more management. And so like the more gigs you have, the more you have to manage your finances, the more you have to manage your schedule, your relationships, your emails. It is so much about music is so much about music is not about playing music. It's about running yourself as a business. So before I hop on this flight, I was curious if anybody has any questions about touring as a musician, about working, living in Nashville, about, you know, career, or if anybody just wants to share anything. Because really, this is, I'm kind of doing this as a way of, I like taking people on the journey with me, letting people know what it's like. And just showing people that, like, it's possible to do this, and it's hard work. And I have no clue what I'm doing sometimes, but I'm doing the best I can. And yes, Justin, you're right. It's not glamorous at all. It's a lot of hard work. Man, it is so much. Like, you basically, music is like just like 5% of it. It's like really you travel all the time just to play for 1 hour, and then you go travel to another place just to play 1 hour. It's very much like a business. And usually I have some notes about like what I want to do and what I want to talk about, and I'm in, you know, my music space. But right now it's like I'm just kind of shooting from the hip, and I was exhausted today. I did not want to do this live at all. But again, I view this very much as a career and as a job, and just like showing up consistently. And I think showing up consistently to your gigs, to your practices, to building your avatar online is super important. And so that's why I'm just doing it from my phone in the middle of middle of an iPad. I mean, middle of an airport. Um, so I wanted to know if anybody had any questions, and yeah, I'm happy to answer those questions. But I'm about to hop on a flight here pretty soon. I'm gonna fly back. Well, I'm going to Dallas today, and then I'm gonna be back in Nashville tomorrow. I'm gonna be in Nashville for about a day or two, and then I'm gonna be heading out to the West Coast. Uh, so yeah, if anybody has any questions, drop them in. Joel, hey, good to see you. Um, and for those, and I know there's a lot of people who've been enjoying like my live streams of me playing gigs, and I haven't been able to do those a lot lately because sometimes the logistics of gigs I can't do it. Sometimes it is I'm getting to a point where I'm playing on some bigger stages where they're like, no, you can't do that. Like you have to we can't do that because people are paying to come see us, and we can't give it away for free. And Dan, as of right now, I'm not coming out to Utah, but I mean, you never know. I mean, I am in West Texas right now. Uh, yeah, and so Joel, it wasn't so much that like I couldn't not live while I was playing this week, and it wasn't that I was taking a break. It was just that I could not do those live streams because yeah, I just the nature of the gigs. Sometimes it's not you can't broadcast live, and I'm getting to a point where I can't broadcast things live all the time, but I still record things, and I still like, and I'm going to make some videos about like what I've been doing, what it's like traveling, what it's like just yeah going to that next phase. And before I know it, so it looks like I'm gonna board early here. Um, I'm heading to Dallas right now. I'm gonna go to Dallas for the day and then back in Nashville tomorrow. I have to sign off because I literally have to jump on a flight right now. But if anybody has any questions, drop me a line. I'm also doing consults if anybody like wants to hop on a Zoom call, wants lessons. Oh, it's good to see Joe like stream his gigs. I think I was talking with him about that. I need to touch base with him, but like again, another thing about traveling is like all your friends, your family, everything is totally scattered. But I have to hop on a flight here. Folks, drop me a line. Yes, I did. I just literally just woke up because I played all last night. But yeah, gonna hop on a flight, and then I'll be shooting some videos here later in the week. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to y'all soon.